From the previous video, we saw an introduction to inequalities, and here we're going to learn more about inequalities, about their properties. Why is it important that we know their properties? Because when we solve questions about inequalities, we are going to use the properties, various properties or combination properties to reach a solution. Let's start off looking at the first property. So given that A and B are real numbers, then one of the possibility is true. Let's take an example. Any pair of numbers, -1 and 10. Here, -1 is less than 10. So it is under the second possibility or category. And what if I pick another pair like 0.58 and another number 0.58? Here it falls into the last category. They are equal. Okay, and you can go on with many more pairs of numbers. It will fall into one of these three possibilities or category. So this is the first property. Next property, we use an example to illustrate. We know that 1 is less than 3 and 3 is less than 5. It also means that 1 is less than 5. So to generalize this rule, we can state that A is less than B, and if B is less than C, then A is less than C. It is also true in the reverse way, meaning if A is greater than B and B is greater than C, therefore A is greater than C. Let's look at the next example or property using this example. 5 is greater than 2. Now we're going to add some numbers, an equal number, to left hand side and right hand side. We happen to pick 3. We could choose some numbers off your head, like 10. Okay, but let's say 3. 3 is added to left hand side and right hand side of the inequality. So I have 5 plus 3 greater than 2 plus 3. Or simplify it, 8 is greater than 5. And if we choose to do a subtraction instead of addition, let's say 2. Again, you can pick any other numbers. We use 2 to subtract from left hand side and right hand side. Then what do I have? 5 minus 2 greater than 2 minus 2, or 3 greater than 0. So the important thing I want you to take note is, regardless whether I'm adding numbers or subtract numbers on left hand side and right hand side correspondingly, it preserves the sign. In this case, it is greater. So if we generalize this particular rule from the two examples, we say that A is greater than B, and if we add C to both sides, A plus C is greater than B plus C are equivalent. Equivalent means the sign is preserved. It maintains the balance of equation where the left hand side is greater than right hand side. And from the second example, if we do the subtraction, these two statements are still equivalent, okay, meaning we are preserving the sign. Then what about the lesser sign? Lesser than. Of course, it's also preserved. Likewise, they are equivalent. If I started off with A less than B, and if I add C to left hand side and right hand side, the statement is still true where it continues to be less than. And if I do the subtraction, the sign, inequality sign, also preserved.